you're very welcome and to this evening. And yeah, I'm looking forward. And Rajan.
Yes. Thank you, Matthias. Well, I would like to begin with a small story, and this has to do with a man called Paul Brunton, who was an English journalist, a British journalist, who visited India in the 1930s or 40s, long time ago. And he was seeking to write about Indian mystics, Indian monks and magicians, and the mysterious East, what the Westerners, look at India as the land of mystics and mystery. So he wanted to write a book, and he actually wrote a book which is called A Search in Secret India. And he came here and wandered all over India, looking for these yogis and mystics and miracle men and sadhus and all of that. And he met many people. But somehow he was not fully satisfied. Something was missing, he felt. And then he writes in the book about this incident where he was staying in a city called Madras, or Chennai it is called nowadays, in South India, in somebody's house. And he was in a room alone by himself when in the night, suddenly, he saw that there was a holy man standing in his room. He knew he was a holy man because of the clothes that he wore. It was of a saint. And the holy man told him, "Come to me." And then he disappeared. It was a kind of a illusion almost. But he didn't know who the holy man was and where he was located or nothing. But a few days later, he saw the picture of the same holy man in the house of somebody he visited. And he said, "Who is this man? I saw him a few nights ago." And the host told him, "This man is called the Shankaracharya. He is the Pope of South India. He is the religious head of the Hindu people." He said, "Where can I meet him?" So he said, "Well, he stays in that particular town. You can meet him there." So he went there to meet this holy man, and he told him, "You came in my room. I saw you, and you said, 'Come to me.'" The holy man did not reply. He did not say yes or he did not say no. He just kept quiet and smiled. Then he said to him, "I want your guidance. Paul Brunton said, I want your guidance in the spiritual path. The holy man told him, I would like to guide you, but I don't have the time. I am too busy in my administrative duties as the religious head. So I can refer you to a man called Ramana Maharishi, who is sitting in a mountain some 4 hours drive from here. I think he may be able to guide you better. So Paul Brunton went to Ramana Maharishi. And Ramana, the saint Ramana, he was sitting in his ashram, in his hermitage, and he didn't wear many cloths, only a small loin cloth he used to wear and just sit there. And he was sitting absorbed in his own peace, you can say, oblivious or not noticing what was going on around him. He was in his own planet, you can say like that. And Paul Brunton sat in front of him for a long time, for almost 2 hours. And finally, Ramana came back to earth and he looked at him. And Paul Brunton said, I have come here to seek your guidance on the spiritual path. Can you guide me? And Ramana looked at him and he said, who are you? Who are you? And Paul Brunton said, I am Paul Brunton. And Ramana said, that is your name. Who are you? Paul Brunton said, I am a journalist. He said, that is your profession. Who are you? And Paul Brunton said, I am a Britisher. Ramana said, but that is your nationality. Who are you? Paul Brunton said, I am a human being. Ramana said, that is only your species. Who are you? And Paul Brunton was completely confused. He said, this man, I think he's an idiot. He doesn't understand anything I have told him in so many words. He told him my name, my nationality, my profession, even my species, and he still doesn't understand. And he keeps asking, who are you? Who are you? What's wrong with him? And he left the hermitage and went away. And he said, I think this man doesn't understand. He's not very intelligent fellow. And again, he wandered all over India looking for mystics and holy men. And somewhere along the route, he got the realization that maybe the man who made the most sense was Ramana. And he went back to him and he said to him, can you help me find out who I am? This was his question. And Ramana only smiled at him. So this is the story I wanted to start with. And I want to take this a little bit further because our today's journey will be to find out who I am. And that's what we will attempt to do. And let's see where we reach or what happens. Yes. So when we face this question of who I am, then how can we begin to even address this question? It's only we can do this by a process of inquiry, by observing ourselves.
Dann gehe ich ganz raus.
Yes.
Draufgedrückt hatte.
Yes. So what we can do now is turn the attention inwards with this inquiry. Who am I? How to do it? We'll just sit back, relax, and turn our attention inside. Look inside with your eyes closed. Observe. As you observe, you start to observe your breathing. You observe your body, the body and the breathing. You can visualize your body and you can observe the breath going in and out. The question you ask, am I the breath? Can you feel that this breath is you? Or do you feel that the breath is something that you observe? There is an eye that observes the breathing. Breath is not you. The breath is automatic. It comes, it goes constantly. It is something that is observable by you. Therefore, it is not you. There is a distance between you and breathing. Keep watching your breath. As you watch your breath, become aware that the breath is not you. You are not the one who is going in and out. The breath is happening. It's a mechanism. Stay with watching the breath. As you watch, realize the breath is not you. Similarly, visualize your body where you're sitting, your head, chest, abdomen, hands and feet, your whole body. It is also something that you observe. You are not the body, you are the observer of the body. If this is not clear, you can go part by part. Am I the leg? Am I the stomach? Am I the head? Am I my nose? Each time you ask this, the answer will be if I'm observing it, it cannot be me. If I'm not the breath, if I'm not the body, then who am I? Am I my thoughts and emotions? Put your awareness in your mind. As you observe your mind, you will see thoughts come and go. Many thoughts. Emotions. Anxiety, anger, fear. They all arise. Joy, pleasure, pain. attachments, relationships, hatred. Which of these are you? Who am I? Which emotion am I? Inquire. All these emotions, these thoughts, they are like bees in the head, like honeybees. They make a lot of noise, going, 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 going. But you open your mind and let them go. Make a small window, let them go. When they are all gone, all the thoughts are gone, all emotions are gone. Are you still there? Who am I who is still there? You don't have to answer this question. Just have to be aware of who you are not. You are not the breath because you can observe the breath. You are not the body because you can observe and feel the body. Imagine if your leg gets cut off, will you say, a part of you is gone? That I am now only 65% of me? You still feel the I is intact. It is the same. Because the I never was the leg or the hand or the stomach. Similarly, when your thought is gone or emotion is gone, do you disappear or are you still there? Just imagine if your memory disappears, you forgot everything that happened to you. All your memory is gone. Are you still there? If you are still there, then you are not your memory, not your imagination, not your emotion, not your intellect. Then who am I? Who are you? Ramana asked Paul Brunton, who are you? Paul Brunton said, I am Paul Brunton. Ramana said, that is your name. Just imagine, if you were to get rid of your name, write your name in your imagination on a blackboard and just wipe it off. Your name is gone. You don't have a name anymore. Are you still there? Do you still exist? This name was given to you. It's not you. It could have been any other name, and you would still be there and the same. Detach from your name and see if you are still there. Who are you if you are not your name? Paul Brunton said, I am a journalist. But is he the journalist? That's only a role that he was playing for that time. We play many roles in our life. We are at the same time in our profession, in our family, we are a parent, we are a member of society, we are a spouse or a husband or a wife or a partner. Which of this is me? Am I a father? Am I a doctor? Am I a musician? Which of it is me? Ramana said, that is your profession. Who are you? Who are you beyond the roles that you play? If you get rid of all these roles, are you still there? Paul Brunton might have said, I am a middle-aged man. I am 50 years old. And Ramana might have answered, that is your age. Who are you? Bring to your mind an image of you as an infant, sucking on your mother's breast. You had no name then. You didn't even know if you're a boy or a girl. You didn't know what was your nationality or your religion. And yet you knew that you are. I am. I am as what? Free of nationality, of religion, of role, of gender, of color. Of any quality. Imagine you're a child, you're a young child. What were you wearing? What were you playing? Where were you staying? What did you like? What were your thoughts? What was your fear? Bring that child to your awareness. Then bring a picture of you as a teenaged person. How did you look? How tall were you? What did you wear? Who were your friends? What were your thoughts? What was your fear? Bring to your awareness you as an older person in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s, doesn't matter. Where did you live? What did you do? What were your stresses and anxieties? What was going on in your mind? What were the problems you were having? Take it forward in your imagination. Picture yourself as an old person. You're retired. You're not working anymore. You probably have grandchildren. You probably have become weaker, infirm, with some diseases.
Nein, Mutter, jetzt nicht. Jetzt nicht weiter.
How do you look? What do you think? What do you worry about? Now, ask yourself this question. Who am I? Am I the infant? Am I the child? Am I the teen? Am I the young person? Am I the old person? All of this, I said, I am. But each one is so different from the other in how they look, how they dress, how they think, There's almost no connection between that infant and the old person. And yet, we say, I am. I am that, I am this, I will be that. While the body changes, the roles change, the appearance changes, thoughts change, emotions change, priorities change, locations change, relationships change. Everything changes. Only one thing remains, which is the sense of I am. Who is this I? Where is this I? What is the quality of this I amness? Let us inquire. Paul Brunton said, I am a human being. And Ramana said, that is your species. Who are you? Does this I amness have a species? Is it human? Inquire. Look. Find out. You will know. You don't have to think. You don't have to understand. You just have to become aware of the sense of I am. This I am has no age, no thought, no emotion, no body even. Its only quality is it is. It's just presence. Consciousness, awareness, stillness, peacefulness, being. It has many, many names, but it cannot be defined. When you detach from everything that you connected with I am this name, I am this form, I am this thought, I am this nationality, I am angry, I am sad. When you remove everything connected to I am, because all these things are not I, because they come and they go. Today I am young, tomorrow I am old. Today I am angry, tomorrow I am happy. But what remains is I am. When you remove everything else which is connected to I am, see what remains. The breath is going in and out. The body is having its own sensations. Thoughts are coming and going. Memories are there. Name and form is there. All of them are there. But none of them is I. This sense of I, this pure sense of I, does it have any time, any beginning, any ending? Does it have a birth or a death? Does it have any limits at all? Where does it end? Is there anything that is not it? Anything that is not included in it? Is there anything that is missing from it? Is there any opposite within it? Is it light or heavy, dark or bright, happy or sad, pleasurable or painful? Is there any of these opposites? Or is it all inclusive, complete? Can we give it a name or a shape? It is this sense of I am that takes all shapes, and yet it has no shape. If you see on a beach, different children build different sand castles. Out of the same sand, they make so many shapes. And yet, when the sea wave comes, all these shapes become sand again. I amness is like that sand. It takes the shape of everything in creation. It takes the shape of us, of me, of you, of the trees, the plants, the animals, the stars, the sky. We all look different and have different identities. But just like the sand, all our identities can get dissolved in the awareness that there is no duality, there is no two. Just like water takes the shape of ice, takes the shape of liquid, takes the shape of vapor and steam, different shapes, different forms. It is the same water. This I amness, consciousness, awareness, all pervading, takes so many different forms that appear and disappear within itself, like the sand castles in the sand. When we become aware of this true nature of ourself as the sand rather than the sand castle, then we face life with more equanimity. What is the purpose of all this? Why are we doing this? What do we benefit from it? There is no purpose. Purpose exists in a different realm, in the realm of the mind, in the realm of the individuality. This inquiry has no purpose. But it is a natural process for people who are ready. You cannot help but make this inquiry. And when you are ready, then guidance will come. The Guru will appear in the form of anything, maybe in the form of a butterfly for all you know. It doesn't matter. And how can we recognize a Guru, a guide? Not from what he says or what he writes or what he does. You can recognize the guide from how you feel in his or her or its presence. In the presence of the guide, your mind will be stilled. Thoughts will come down. And the inquiry will begin. That is what Ramana did to Paul Brunton. And Paul Brunton went back to him and said to him, guide me. How do I find out who I am? And Ramana simply smiled at him, didn't say a word. And Paul Brunton remained there with him for the rest of his life in complete peace and wrote many, many books about him.